For some districts, there's a tool that can help with performing pre- and post-trip inspections. It's called a 2010, which guides the driver through the steps of generating an electronic vehicle inspection report, or EVIR for short. The 2010 and EVIR are provided by Zonar systems. The EVIR replaces the paper component of the mandatory pre- and post-trip operational process. Basically, the 2010 process uses technology to simplify the pre- and post-trip process. It helps you remember everything to check, and it electronically collects and stores the record keeping. It also advises the shop if there's a defect and tracks as to whether the defect is corrected. The 2010 is not designed to perform the inspection for you. It is designed to help you walk through the inspection and record that you have thoroughly performed the inspection, including areas that are commonly missed, such as the child check zone located at the inside back of the bus. So, how does the EVIR work? Well, there are 4 components to the system. 1. Every vehicle has a 2010 handheld inspection tool. This is kept on a mount located inside the vehicle. 2. Each driver has their own unique RFID card. 3. There is an asset tag on each vehicle so that the system can identify the vehicle. 4. There are a number of zone tags attached to critical inspection points around the vehicle. These identify the area you're at around the vehicle. To begin the pre-trip, the operator would take the 2010 out of the vehicle mount and turn it on. They would then hold their RFID card close to the top of the 2010 and press the Read Enter button. This would then identify the operator and record the date and time. A successful read is indicated by a double beep. The operator would then hold the top of the 2010 within 2 inches of the asset tag and press the Read Enter button. This will identify the vehicle. This only takes a few seconds. The operator would then start their pre-trip in their usual routine, reading the first zone tag. The 2010 will then display all the items to be checked in that zone. If the operator does not see any defects, they press the green button. The operator moves on to the next zone and reads the tag. The 2010 will then display all the items to be checked in this area of the vehicle. If there's a defect identified in any zone, the operator presses the red button after reading the zone tag. They then highlight the defective item by using the up and down buttons until the item is highlighted. Next, the operator selects the item by pressing the right arrow. The 2010 will then display all the possible defects for that item. The up and down arrow keys are used to highlight the specific defect, and the operator selects it by pressing the right button. All tags must be read to complete the inspection. However, if you find a defect that warrants the bus being put out of service, it may not be necessary to continue. Please refer to your instructor for further information on completing an inspection if a downing defect is found. We'll now take you through the actual pre-trip on a school bus in 4 steps. Step 1. Identify yourself by holding your card near the 2010 and pushing the Read Enter button. This will bring you to a list of inspection types. Step 2. Select the pre-trip inspection with the up and down buttons and press the right arrow. This will bring you to the previous reports performed on this 2010. After reviewing this report, you will start the inspection process. Step 3. Identify the vehicle. Read the asset tag by putting the 2010 within 2 inches of the asset identification tag and press the Read Enter button. If required, enter the current mileage of the vehicle. Step 4. Read a zone tag. Place the top of the 2010 within 2 inches of the first zone tag and press the Read Enter button. A successful read will be signified by a double beep. The 2010 will now show a list of components that need to be inspected for this particular area. If there are no defects, the driver presses the green button, and this notes that all items in this zone are free from defect. If there is a defect, the driver presses the red button. The driver will then choose the defective component by using the up and down buttons and using the right arrow button to choose the item. The following screen will list all the possible defects with this component. Choose the defect noted and use the right arrow to select the defect. If the component or defect is not listed, Selecting Other will allow manual entry of the component or condition. At this stage, the operator is asked if it is safe to proceed in using the vehicle. If it is a non-critical defect and it is safe to drive, the operator presses the green button. This is then shown on the report as a non-critical defect annotated with a G. If it is a critical defect, the operator presses the red button. Well, you may ask, how do I know if it's a critical defect? And the answer is, it's the same way you knew prior to performing your inspection with the 2010. When the first zone is completed, the operator moves on to the second zone, and so on, until all zones have been inspected and either all zones have been accepted as no defects or any defects have been noted. Should the operator come to a zone and the tag is missing, the operator must perform an unverified inspection. These types of inspections are indicated as unverified in the EVIR, but allow the operator to complete their inspection without having the tag replaced. The operator presses the Info button and selects Manual Inspection. They will then be able to select the zone that needs to be inspected and perform the inspection as they would if the tag was not missing. Once the inspection has been completed, the operator certifies the inspection and returns the 2010 to the vehicle mount in the vehicle. The stored report is then automatically sent to maintenance. The 2010 should be left inside the vehicle to allow access to the inspections by regulators or law enforcement. The inspection is stamped with both the date and time each zone tag is read through the time the inspection is complete. This provides management with length of time the inspection took and the time in each zone. This will provide documentation proving the thoroughness of the inspection performed. Inspections can even be performed in the dark, as each 2010 is equipped with a high-intensity LED flashlight and backlit LCD screen. Using the EVIR standardizes and simplifies the inspection process and reinforces the methodical inspection while providing all the required documentation electronically.